It's Dragon Ball time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today I'm going to have a look at the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Goku Black figure. More Goku. Goku is the new black, indeed. So, I don't even know. What is that intro? But anyway, Goku Black. It is just another Goku, but really the only thing that we're recycling over here is the head sculpt. And by the look on his face, on the pictures I've seen, I don't think they're recycling anything really here. So let's see what's new about this Goku. I can tell you one thing, they're really sticking with the theme of evil Goku, because every single face has the evil eyes. So first and foremost, look at the size of this guy. He stands at about 15.5 centimeters really to the tippy top of his hair in the back, which means a little over 6 inches, or if we're just going to this one, it's 6 inches tall. But he does have the big hair, which really adds a little bit of size to him. Now we'll look in detail of the figure. I do have a smoosh under his eye over here. That's a great start. I love starting reviews off with having a bit of a quality control issue. It's not the worst, but anyway, the face sculpt itself does look good, does look like Goku, does look evil, has the one Potara on his left ear, and the hair. I feel like they really stepped up the hair sculpts. I don't know. Looking back at the first couple of Gokus, I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I don't think they had as many hairs sticking out. So there's a bit more detail in it as far as I can remember, so that's cool. And it also looks sharp. That's another thing. I hate it when they made it so rounded. Just make it look like Goku, make it sharp hair. Anyway, moving on, you have the gi from the Kaioshins, has some parts of shading in it. Seems like it, just some couple spots there. It's random, so it doesn't really, I don't know. It's there, but it's not done well. There's nothing in the back though, that's just very plain looking. You got the one time ring on his right hand. It's actually nicely molded. Quite a bit of detail for such a small thing. Red belt, and this part of the gi is soft plastic. You can take it apart here at the middle, so that will not have any impact on your articulation. Flappy pants, I mean like super flappy pants. They're standing out over here. I don't know, is that like, yeah, I think that's like that in the show. It looks kind of wonky now. Upon further review, yes, the pants are a lot more floppy, but they should be a lot more tighter under the knees, so they kind of messed that up. And down to simple white shoes, nothing fancy there. And that's really the story of this figure. Nothing really fancy as far as design goes on, but that's really because of the design of the show. That's not Figuarts' fault. Now having a look at the articulation, first of all, the head is pretty limited. I mean, it does wiggle side to side, back and forth, and goes all the way around. Get some more out of it with the neck, which you can also rotate around. Does leave a little bit of a gap in the front here, and unfortunately they did not paint that part black, so it does stick out a little bit. But it's really the neck. The neck's pretty good. The head itself is not so great, but you combine these two and you get some decent articulation. Now you got the shoulder pads over here, which cover up all the magic that's going on. You have a hinge in there, which is connected to an entire butterfly joint in the chest, so you can bring that forward very nicely, get some nice posing out of that. Also rotates around all the way and gets up, let's see, about 45 degrees. This does not really get in the way. I think that's just packed in the back over here. Yeah, it's completely loose, just not, well, not completely loose, obviously. If it's packed in somewhere, it's not completely loose. We have a bicep swivel, we have double hinged elbow. I think that's more like a classic Dragon Ball hinge, because the back part only gets this much motion. It doesn't really go up all the way, so that's kind of weird. The fist itself rotates around. It is just on a ball hinge, so you can bring that back and forth in there. Chest articulation, you can wiggle that around. Does seem a little bit weird how they molded this like a ball. I don't know. Seems like there's a ball in there and then just wiggle it around, and if you're really pulling it up all the way, it just sticks out pretty weirdly. It's one of those things, you can pull it up. Also goes back and forth a little bit, and then you pull it back down for a better conversion. For the torso area, I don't really know for the torso area. I only can rotate around at the crotch piece over there. Does not really move back and forth that much. Just get a little bit, you really have to force it. But basically you can rotate this around. And let's see, the belt is soft-ish plastic. So you combine these two, once again, you have the chest articulation and the torso articulation, and overall, it does get some good posing out of it. You can't sit them down. Well, let's move the legs. Let's move over to the legs. They go out to the side almost all the way, and it has my favorite joint, this big piece over there. I like this one because it looks clean, it gets good articulation. They need to use it on all of them. Goes up 45 degrees and to the back. Nothing blocking it, and you can also rotate it around over here at the thigh. You have a double hinged knee, and the foot seems to be just on a long ball peg, so you can bring that to the side. They left some more room for the peg in there, so it does get a lot better articulation than I expected. Very nicely done, and you have a toe hinge, and there you go. Now for the accessories, there's a couple of things to choose from. Of course, first and foremost, Super Saiyan Rose. You only get 2 faces for each Goku. For the Super Saiyan Rose, you get this kind of more like annoyed look and the yelling face. And then as far as another regular face goes, you have the gritting teeth one. And then we got that, you got the energy sword. It's not the spirit sword, it's his purple sword thingy. I don't know, it looks kind of weird. It's metallic. Would have preferred if it would have been a little bit more see-through. It is a bit, but you can barely notice it. And you just slide the hand in there. He has a fireball, Kamehameha, something like that. I think this is the classic mold. I mean, I feel like I've seen this one. This is probably the same Kamehameha that previous Goku's had, because he has all of these to connect to the holes. I don't want to pick it out. I don't want to take this out of the box because I've been spending hours collecting all that stuff together. And then we have some booby grab hands. We have some posing hands, always with the ring on it, of course. One chop hand, but that's just for the sword effect. Just tuck that in, and there you go, boom. It's also pretty short. I don't know. And then we got these 2 more hands, kind of pointy and energy effect, whatever. Posing stuff. And it's gonna bring me to the final thoughts. What do I think about this Goku Black? I'm gonna do this in 2 parts. Biased and unbiased. Well, I'll start with the unbiased one. I do recommend this figure because there's nothing really wrong with it, although it's not really a must-have. On the one hand, figure itself looks good. There's no problem with the paint or articulation whatsoever. I love the leg articulation. I love that they're bringing it back. I hope that they keep that up for future Dragon Ball releases. They kind of shift between this and other weird stuff, and this works. This is good. Keep that up. As far as new, we get the energy sword and a new hairstyle for your Saiyans, but for the rest of it, it's another Goku. But still, nothing wrong with this figure, so if you like Goku Black, I do recommend this one. Now comes the biased version. I don't like Dragon Ball Super. I don't really like this character. And you might be wondering, well, why did you even get him? Because I'm a completionist for this Figuarts Dragon Ball line. I have pretty much every figure except for the exclusives. I had to get this one. Not only am I not a fan of Goku Black, but also I feel like there's still so many other figures that this line needs and deserves other than a super character that I don't really care about, and that's just me. Take that with a grain of salt, and I just want to get that out because, you know, it's kind of hard doing these reviews unbiased without being like, oh, you know, Super is just, if you're wondering why, Super is just so much potential, such waste of that potential, and every time something cool happens, it's over after 5 minutes. Like Vegito Blue. Remember that one? Vegito Blue, I was so hyped for that, and then it was over in like 5 minutes. Oh well, the Pataras don't work on non-gods. Garbage. No. Okay. And they come up with stupid reasons to explain stuff that just doesn't make any sense. So anyway, that's gonna do it once again. If you like Goku Black, I do recommend this figure. But I feel like if you don't care for the character and you don't want to complete the line, then I feel this is a fairly easy skip because it offers nothing really that new or interesting, except for the sword, I guess, but for the rest of it, it's just another Goku with a different gi and pink hair. And there you go. As usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Goku Black wants.